We'll move on to the next item in the menu, Documents. In Documents, we may upload handset guides, your solution design document outlining how your system is to be built, or any other document that you or Intercity feel is relevant or required. Invoices similarly provides a list of any invoices that were provided to your company. Therefore, we move on to Monitoring and Reporting. Monitoring and reporting offers a number of features and a number of reports. Some of these will be used more frequently than others. In addition, some of these are specifically contact center only. As we choose to go through this list, we will make it clear which of these are for contact center and which of these are standard reporting mechanisms. First in monitoring and reporting is usage status. Usage status gives you the highest level reporting on your platform. This shows total numbers of users, total active calls, call usage for the current calendar month, the current health of the platform, information about your current phones and their current status, the number of conference rooms you have, some initial reporting about longest calls and most frequently called numbers, a list of other extension numbers and assets, and also information about the current storage usage for call recording. Next, we have real-time queue monitoring. This is only available to contact center users. This page will provide an overview of the current status of the contact center. The headline will show information about calls and agents. Next, we'll see information about the queue itself. And when there are live calls active, there will be an option here to listen in to active calls. Please note the listen in functionality also allows you to speak to the end user. Therefore, we would advise, if you intend to use it as a true listen in function, that you place yourself on mute when you join the call. From here, we will go to Quick Reports. This provides a more limited number of reports that are about quantitative information. You can choose to have the results cumulative, to include weekends, to choose a particular aesthetic approach, and also a chart type. This will report on the entire platform and not just on an individual user, or group, or team or department. For more detailed reports, we'll need to use call reporting. We can access this by clicking the link at the bottom, or as always by selecting the menu on the left hand side. Call reporting is the main reporting mechanism that our customers tend to use. Call reporting allows us to run a variety of different reports. We can choose to focus on an individual user, a team or department, and then choose to automatically add those teams, the users from that team or department. Report on the entire site. For contact center users, we can choose to look at inbound queues, particular agents, or call tag reasons. We can break the data down by calls or agents, and also choose to include the KPIs that we set at a queue level. For both queues and standard users, we can then choose to add a date range and time parameters. Choose how we want the data to be broken down, either by minutes or by day, month or year. We may look at call types, call dispositions, the direction and nature of the calls, where we're including conference calls, and choose to search for particular caller IDs associated with ring groups or queues, or even specific phone numbers. Once a report has been set up, you can select Next and can choose to have an interactive graph, an Excel document, or a more detailed Excel document. The difference between the latter two is the first option will provide you headline information about a particular user. For example, it will mention that Andrew Eustace has had 10 phone calls on a given date, and that 10 calls were answered, and a total talk time and average wait time. The itemised call report, as well as providing the same information, will then list the 10 individual phone calls and show their individual wait time and total talk time. Once you've created a report you're happy with, you can then choose to schedule that report. You can do this by clicking Schedule Reporting here. This provides you the option to name your report, detail who is to receive it, what the email subject and body will be, the format and what the title on the actual document will be, and also how frequently you want that report to be delivered. either hourly, daily, weekly, once a month, or just once in general. You then begin your start date and your end date. Once you hit save, this will save the automated report and can be reviewed by scrolling down and going to scheduled reports. Any scheduled reports will appear here for further editing at a later date. They can also be searched and filtered upon. Next we go to Agent Log, which is purely for contact center users. This will allow us to run a report on a particular agent on a particular date and then generate a report which will show us on the screen every time they logged into a queue, every time they logged out of a queue, their pause reasons, and any calls they made or received that day. Next, we have call recordings. When we arrive at the call recording page, we'll be greeted by this pop-up. It will allow us to search by extension, user or agent, or particular queue for the call recordings we are interested in. For the purpose of this demonstration, we'll search for extension 2078. We can also choose a specific date and time parameter. For example, we will search here for the last 24 hours. I will then hit Get Recordings, which goes to do a search to find any relevant call recordings for the period and extension we've searched for. This has found 3 entries. From here, I can choose to playback, pause, delete, or download an individual recording. Equally, I can tick the boxes as appropriate and do bulk download or bulk delete. As with other pages, there are options here to filter and search for results. From here, we move on to the next reporting section, which is Call Detail Records. Call Detail Records provide an itemized view of all activity on the platform. It will show date and time information, the number of the caller, where the call was from and to, the outcome, the ring time, the talk time, and some information about the actual activity. All of this can be searched, downloaded, altered for the time zone, and information brought up about this. Next, we have call volumes. This provides you an overview of the current volume of calls compared to other days, other weeks, and the like.